Thank you everybody for your time today joining the webinar. I try to make it useful your time because I get so many feedback from all those users in the user support in Facebook, and I want to give you something back. And every time when I got a really good question or suggestion, I want to help you to implement it, and of course you bottom line to make money with it. So because your success is also my success. So with that said, who of you guys are new on this webinar? Can you type in yes if you're new, no if you not new to me? So maybe it's a strange question, but I know then I got a little bit of feeling. So I got a lot of no. I got one yes from Michael. Reynolds, another one yes. Okay. So short introduction, not long guys, because most of you know me. So I'm an internet marketer, 49 years old. I do a lot of it. I have about more than 50 clients, and I signed about last week. I signed up 5 more, and I still need to make the websites and drive traffic to it. So I'm really into it, and my main traffic source is Google AdWords. So I have specialized in Google AdWords. It's an instant method to get results. So with that, I feel confident that I can help you because all the tools I use, you can share also. So tonight I want to cover 3 items that has been implemented in the new call portal. So add more destination numbers to one phone tracking number, and we will go more in detail why that is important. Now I got another question in the Facebook thread that it's nice that you can send an email notification for each campaign and each call, but would it not be nicer that you can send a dedicated email for a specific campaign or for a specific company? So I will show you that, how to do that, and set up your own user email profile easily. So I got a lot of feedback that sometimes Gmail doesn't work or Bluehost or whatever. So we make it now very, very easy to show your email, and if they reply to that email, it will land in your inbox. So sound that good at topics for tonight, guys? Type in yes or type in something that you would like to have covered too. So I see great from Carrie. Chuck. Okay, I see a lot of yes. So I want to make your time valuable. And at the end of the training, you can always ask me another question. That's no problem. Okay, but I wanted to have some focus on those 3 points because I think that will help you to make more out of your lead generation. So on July 13, Gianna Jacobs contacted me and said, hey, basically what the client wants is when a call comes in is to be able to ring his phone, his son's phone, and another designated technician. What tends to happen sometimes when a call comes in, one can be very busy to answer the phone, and so they miss the calls. So my solution would be if you can ring multiple receivers and whoever picks up will take the call. So sounds that familiar? So local business owners are very busy. That is the reality, okay? They prefer to pick up the phone by themselves, but if they are busy with a client, it's not so nice to pick up the phone. So somebody else needs to pick up the phone. So I understood the need of this function, and I'm going to show you now in how it is implemented in the call portal. So let me close this presentation, open the portal, and now I have to switch screens. 1 second please. Do you see all the call portal now? Yes, is it showing correctly? Yep, okay, thanks. So let me know if something happened with the screen, because last time I spoke for 2 minutes and it was a blank screen, so I don't want to get a lot of edits after this webinar. So I'm logged in the screen and I go to numbers, all numbers, okay? And maybe I need to log in again. Okay, now I'm call this number and it gets forwarded to this number, okay? So everybody got that. Now we can add another destination number. Just by clicking on this link, you enter a second phone number. And don't forget this, you update it, okay? Let update or save, okay? You go back. So now what happened, what has been said now, once this number gets called, 2 phones are ringing. And the first one will pick up the phone, answer the phone. So the second phone is stop ringing. Okay? So thanks, Andre. Yeah, this is incredible. Yes, I also want to thank for the idea. So, and actually, you know, I got those ideas, but it also inspires me to solve things when customers ask. So everybody got this. It's very simple to implement. Will the report show which number got answered? Yes, it will. Actually, Nick, I think it will, but I need to check it. I'm pretty sure it will, because all gets stored in the database. But I need to check that. This is actually a good question, Nick, but I'm pretty sure it will. So Nancy is, what is the webinar about? I don't remember signing in for that. Okay, Nancy, this is all about lead tracking, and we discovered 3 things tonight: adding a second destination phone number, prospecting with round robin, and set up easy an email profile. So I think you will get some good content. Okay, so any question about this feature? So that I can, so you go to, so I will do it one more time. You go to numbers, all numbers, you edit that number, and you just add a new destination number. What if one number is answering the machine? Then whoever, if the answer machine answer that phone call, it will stop ringing the second phone. So the first phone will pick up that phone, you know, will get connected, and the second one will get not ring anymore. Okay, so that is feature number 1, what I have implemented based on your guys' input. How many? That is not how many rings. They ring at the same time, Kimberly. They ring at the same time. They stop ringing. Let's say 2 phones ring at the same time, phone 1 and phone 2. Okay. If phone 1 gets answered, phone 2 stops ringing. Okay. There's another feature in the portal that is. Let's see, you go to the company. So that is for AnyLab that's now Tampa. And there's a setting here, forward call if the phone is not answered in X seconds. Okay? So if you say, I prefer that phone number 1 pick up the phone, okay? After that phone has not been answered, I want that the phone get forwarded to the second phone. Okay, let's say you have a business and I want that the front desk answer the phone, but if the front desk is busy, the business owner might be willing to pick up the phone if it is busy. So you can say, okay, I can forward that call if the phone is not answered in X amount of seconds. Okay, so that's a second option you can apply. That is forward call. Okay, so now I didn't plan it, but if you want to hear the full story, you can also specify my operating hours. Okay, now I can say during the day I want to have it forward like my trackage number setting is. But during when the business is closed, I can specify that it gets forwarded to another phone number. Okay, so let's say my business hour 8 to 6. It will forward as it will connect as the settings are. But if during closing hours, it will connect to this phone number. So let's say you during the day you want to have it connect to the front desk, but outside the hours you want to maybe have to an answering service or a cell phone or maybe a technician who is on call. Now you can connect during closing hours to another phone number. It's about the same as X seconds. You can say after X seconds I connected to a second phone number. But here during closing hours it gets connected directly, not after X seconds, but directly. Does everybody get those settings? Now you have three ways. Okay, you have a system that you can have ring multiple phones. Okay, and who first answer the phone will get connected. You can set up like I connected to phone number 1, and if phone number 1 doesn't answer within 10 seconds, I can have it connected to a second phone number. So you select the country, let's say United States, and you connect it to that number. Okay, so now, and you press update, and now after 10 seconds it will connect it to this phone number. And the third option is you can specify openings hour. So during openings hours it will connect it as the settings are, but during closing hours, when the business is closed, it gets connected to the phone number what is entered here. So there's a lot of opportunities, and the reason why you want to do that is you want the high chance that phone gets answered. When they don't want to have any phone numbers, you don't change the phone number. Okay, leave it as it is and have them directed to the answering machine. Okay, so and stop advertising. If you do Google AdWords, stop advertising during closing hours, if that is the case, if they don't want to get the phone call during closing hours. So if Monday the whole day is closed, you just click closed. Okay, Monday are closed the whole day, so the whole day you don't need to specify any openings hours because they are closed. Okay, and they are closed on Sunday and they close on Saturday, but they actually are open on Monday. So now you don't need to specify opening because they are not open, and the phone gets the whole day directed to the phone number what is entered here as when the business is closed. Does that answer your question, Nancy? This is just about eliminates the possibility of any missed calls. Correct. That is what you want to achieve. Okay, because if the business is not that big, they tend now they have sometimes when they help clients, they are not able to answer the phone, and that's very naturally. But the chance that you still can convert that customer is about half than you got them in the first place. Yeah, this not something like an holiday schedule. Okay, I know we can make it much more complicated, but I don't think that is needed. Okay, everybody understand on a holiday that that you get an answering machine if if it's not an emergency company. But remember, every time when you make a change, you press update. Okay. So does it answer your question about settings from the phone number? So we have 3 opportunities. So let me go over really quick. You have the opportunity of the possibility to set them as a second phone number, and you can enter as many as destination number you want. They ring at the same time. You can go to company, because it's on the company level. You can say after X seconds, I want to have it forward to that number, and I press say update. Okay, and the same I can do with openings hours. Where is my openings hours are, and you enter the number it needs to be connected when it's closed, and you specify the opening time. So those are the settings. Would you use it for your own business or for your client, or both? I would use it for both. The way I do it on my website is that on my website I don't list my cell phone number. I list a tracking phone number. So I know how many calls I got and where they came from, and B, I can specify when I want to answer the phone and when not. Okay. For business, or for your client, you just discuss it, what they like, what they prefer, and explain them the possibilities. What you want to achieve is that almost every call get answered. Okay, in one way or another. Okay, Nancy. So that is topic number 1. So let's jump to topic number 1, which actually I'm very excited about it. This was a result of a Facebook thread, and I didn't have a good answer in the beginning, and I was thinking about it, how we can implement it. And this is about round robin. So when you do round robin, you have a couple of companies of campaigns in that. Okay, and last week we spoke about sending an email to a company, for a missed call or every call, to prospect, or just to let you know that that phone call was generated by your marketing effort. Okay. Now you might have a couple of existing companies in it, and they got so many calls that they cannot handle the call anymore. So you add a new company to it, and you want to prospect them a little bit different, and you want to send them in a little different email. So let me show you how this is implemented. Okay, you go to campaigns and round robin, and you go to edit round robin number, and you scroll down, and now you have a new screen. Okay, new part of the screen, which shows you send email to campaign and your email alerts. Okay, first start with email alerts. Okay, you have 3 options: send email for every call, send email alert for missed call, and do not send. Okay, so let us send for email alert for every call, and you can choose the email template. So now what we have here is this will be the list of the companies who we target, and we can say yes or no to send an email template for that company. So maybe for a company where you target for a long time, you don't need anymore to send an email, but for new companies you still want, and you can select the email template. Okay, so let me add a new company, and to this round robin, and you see how this all works. This is a company which I have targeted for a long time, but they get so many calls. I want to prospect another company to take over some calls. Okay, so let me add campaign, add a new campaign, and let me call that webinar. Oh, okay, somebody is already in this. 1 second, please. Webinar company 2. Let me do a destination number. Then campaign name, company name. I see a spelling error, but that's good. Company name is something like plumber. Plumber 2. And let me enter some names here. If you have, it doesn't matter so much. And then add this company. Okay, let's see. Okay, now this is, let me add that company to, if I go to campaigns round robin and I go to edit this. 1 second, please. I have to go back. So let me edit this. One second. Dit is round robin. This is how you set up a new company. Let's see if the campaign is all active. All companies, webinar 2, webinar 1. They don't have a tracking number yet. So how it works is round robin, and then this is active. And then once you have more round robin companies, for each round robin company, you can set yes or no. And then what it will happen is, I can't find that option at the moment. Oh, here, add campaign. Okay, I was overlooking to this link, add campaign. So let's add that company what we just changed. Now you have 2 companies where you target. Okay, here and over here. Okay, so now we're going to edit those settings, and then you see it is the company you market already for a long time, and either you want or don't want to send a notification email. But the new company, you want to send another email, like say happy hour, what we created last week, and I want to receive every email. Okay, they just want to receive every email, and those are only receiving if they got a phone call. Okay, and our press update. So if you go back to, you see AnyLab That's Now Tampa, get this call notification email, and the webinar, get that happy hour. And let us say, I want to change that happy hour email template. Okay, so you go to email template, and you see here happy hour. You can edit this, and here you see this call notification template. You can have all those settings with those tokens. Okay, and then you say save template. And if you want to make a new template, you see how I was it a little bit too fast, sorry. You see this add new email template, you click on this link. Is everybody following me? You click on this link and you say round robin 2 and subject new lead for you. You select the template and it's called email notification, so select call and hi there, Jack here, just to let you know, here is another free phone lead delivered for your success. Okay, and then you go from, then let's say maybe the time that the phone call took, then let's say if they want to listen to the replay, so that you're not cheating, replay, I think that will be good. And then thanks so much. And what you can do is, if you want to know more about me, click here, and then you just put your website URL, okay, where you try to convert that prospect in a client. Okay, so thanks, and then Jack Hopman, the local leads generator LLC, and you save this template. Now you go back to companies round robin, going to edit this round robin, and then for the second company we just created round robin 2, and actually I only want to send an email to that new company and not to the existing company, but I want to receive an email from every phone call, and I press update. So that is how you make laser target emails, okay? So you have all the settings what you need, and Carrie, it was based on your input on Facebook, and it took me a weekend to think about it, and my program has it already implemented, okay? So is this send all emails to at the bottom of page only for sending to myself? It is sent to those email addresses what are entered here. That can be any email address. It can be yourself, it can be whoever. Those are only got sent to the company, and you can decide, do you want to send an email or not to that company? Does that answer your question, John? So you have all the control. Now I cannot imagine that you need more flexibility than this, and I think with this implementation it is also more clear who get an email. So Anne-Claire said, as policy I aim to have 2 clients for each campaign, so always have a backup. In some natures you get several phone calls and you want you want to have a backup because there are too many missed calls. So at the moment they have a lot of missed calls, or they they might not good paying client. So in that case, you want to have a backup, I think. Or you know, it's for prospecting. That is the tool to prospect. I think I need to have a degree in science to use this awesome software. No, you don't need, man. I tended to make such easy that you don't need to have any degree, okay? Yeah, can you turn off one of theirs? If you mean, can you turn off sending the calls to a certain company of campaign in a round robin? I don't know if you mean that, but if that is your question, yes, you can. You have now 2 companies where you target, and you can say, I pause one, okay? And now all the calls get from this trackage number, what is on the website, get only forward to that destination number. Oh, if they go on vacation, yes, you can. Yeah, and you can activate it back. Okay, so you have a lot of flexibility. So what you will find out is you do a round robin in a city and you send some phone calls, and you end up with one good customer who's willing to pay. So you pause those other companies. Okay, so that is how you this is just a nice prospecting tool. And if you are generating the calls and you want to prove yourself, this is the way to do it. Any question about this feature? Okay, so I know it's a lot of information, but I think with how the interface is working, you don't need to remember a lot. It's just very logic to implement it to use. You just need to know that that feature exists, and then you go back to the settings and you will see how it works. So do you guys like those 2 add-ons? So please type in if you like it or not, or have some other talks. Yeah, I hope it is recorded too, it's so you can always watch the recording. But so I got a lot of and I love it too. I'm really happy with your guys' input, what you like. That put me to to thinking and get it done. Okay. So the third feature I want to discuss is actually where I got a lot of support tickets for, and that is set up an email profile, because sometimes it is very hard to set up an email profile from HostGator, Bluehost, Gmail, all kind of hosters you guys use, and every hoster is different, and then you have to do it within a half hour, log in, log out, and then you forget your username and password and all those kind of things, what cause you a lot of irritation, and then emails doesn't get sent. So what we did is, it's the most easy what you can imagine is you go to email profiles. Everybody got that? Email profiles. And now you see a name and an email address. Okay? You see a name and email address. And this is pre-filled based on what is in your account. Okay? But you can change it at any time. Okay? You can update it to click to edit. You can edit the name and you can edit the email address. And if I would change it to webinar 2 here and I press save, on all the emails what gets sent has this as name of the sender and this as email address. So there's nothing like verification or connecting. We send it for you, and we use a third-party service for that, but I eat that cost. Okay, I wanted to get rid of those user support tickets, and I wanted to feel you confident that that email with that invoice, with that login detail, or whatever important email you sent got sent. Okay, so everybody got this feature, email email profile and you click on edit. Do you still see my screen? Something is if you want to check it, John, what your email profile is, but because we took it from your account, and so it might be not the one you want to use, but for the most users it is the good one. If you change it, just change it. If you already use Gmail, I think we disconnected, because Gmail is not a guarantee that it will work in a couple of months. They sometimes Google changed the policies and then it stopped working. This works every time, and I don't want to see any support tickets anymore about this topic, because it's just you know, improving system. This is your user email. So Lynn, when you send an invoice, when you send a notification email, when you send the login details, okay, there's always an email coming from, and you want to pretend this is your portal. This is not my portal for your client. The client thinks this is your portal. So you want not to show call CID, you want to show lynn@gmail.com or whatever email address you use for your business. It will work with any email address you put here, but if your email address is not correct and they reply to that email address, you will not see, you will not get that email. So you want to use a real email address. It will use this information as what the customer sees in the email inbox, and if they reply to it and that email address what is entered here is not correct and they reply to it, it will not land in your inbox. So you want to use your correct email address in this. Okay? And that email, if you go to Tampa, for example, gets sent to the company email address, okay? So that's where it gets sent to. But from you are the user of the portal. Email profiles, this is your email address. And customers, clients see that email address. This is what you want to... how can I test that it works? Actually, that's a good one. I know it works. We haven't implemented testing because what you can do, John, this is a little bit high advanced. You can enter from your company a second email address from you and send that login notification, so you see that it's coming from webinar. But we haven't implemented test button, so maybe we should implement a test feature so you feel more confident how it looks like. Will this cause a warning to the receipt that the email may not come from the address shown? No, it will not cause any warning. The only thing, if that email address is not working and I reply to it, then it will not return to your email address, okay? So you want to make sure this email address is correct. At this moment, I don't have the instruction updated, so I think all most features I add are so logic. You just need to understand. You need to know that they exist. But I cannot write here 10 pages of it. It's just email profile, username, a name and email address. There's nothing a lot of to add. But eventually, when new features slows down, I can work on more, more instructions. But at this moment, each week we implement so many things. I spend most of my time on that, and I explain you in Facebook and in webinar how things works. So, any questions about this feature? Any person who had problems with the email profile in the past? I know I saw, I think, at least one or two emails per day, and they are all solved by this. Now, Chuck, I see. Yeah, so this solved that problem. Okay, so that brings me to an open question and ask. This brings me to the question. So you now you have the opportunity. Okay, I'm new. I don't know this. I don't know that. Because I joined this webinar now only for the first time or so. This is your time to ask questions. Is there a way to make a call from my cell phone or landline and have my lead tracker Jack number shown up in the received caller ID? My lead tracker Jack number. So the tracking's number or your at this moment, actually, we had that feature. You had a feature setting of want to show the trackage number or the caller number, and people of users always wanted to show the customer the caller phone number, because if that call got missed, they want to be able to call back. So we eliminated that setting because sometimes it wasn't. It caused more problems. So that's why we eliminated that setting. Can you take the question on a comment you made about niche selection with local leads domination? Can you be more specific, Mike? I think, but is that referring to Fritz Excel sheet and how you, which niche you go after it? Is that, can you open that question a little bit? I cannot speak too much about the niches this webinar, so I'm a little bit limited. But suggestion: some people prefer to have the message call them back by having a request a callback feature on the website. This would be a cool feature if possible to implement. Yeah, that's on the to-do list, John. So that you have a button on the website, and instead of that, the website visitor types in a phone number, they can say, hey, call this number to me whenever you have time. So that feature's coming, is on the to-do list. So yeah, so there was a promotion, Mike, that we did, the 12 niches which works and 12 didn't, and I added, if you bought that that package, you got all those niches. So Jack, in the email template, it asked us to select the email profile. I just changed it to, I know, and that selection, you just ignore it, and that selection will be gone by tomorrow. When I prepared this webinar, I saw that selection too. So if you go to email templates, and we go there's still a selection of email profile. Tomorrow this selection is gone, because it used to be that you could select an email profile, but we eliminated that option. So it will be gone. It will be the default. There's only one setting, email profile. There's no other settings anymore. Oh, Steve, you have a long question. Let's see if I can handle this. Good evening. In the previous webinar, you talked about a bundle of numbers of AdWords. You suggested that the traffic should determine how many numbers are needed. I believe that you mentioned 5 to 10 in your example. Yes. If I understand this correctly, would that mean that I'm paying $3 times yes? So you pay $3 for each trackage number, okay? The cost of trial words, and would greatly increase the cost for generated leads. Is this correct? And so else could you suggest besides not tracking each keyword? I understand tracking is what the software offers, but costs become a factor depending on the niche that is being targeted. And I understand, Steve. I don't know which niche you're after. I don't know if you watched my AdWords training. When you did, you got a good feeling which keywords you should go after it. And I know by fact that knowing which keyword generates the call adds so much value that is much more than those $3. So it's, I understand if you don't have a high-paying client, your income should be higher than the cost. But if you are really an AdWords guy and driving traffic via AdWords, you need to know what works. And if you know what works, that makes a difference in every campaign. Hi Jack, when will be the LLD webinar be? I think you mentioned something Sunday. Andre put a support ticket in it. That webinar has actually been done, and I will send you the replay. And I know it, I really think it was good. The first part was about getting new clients, which email works and which system works, and the second part was about Google AdWords. And it was a pretty long webinar from 2 hours, but packed with content. I do think it was one of the best webinars I did. Have you used Savage Search to come to get cheap AdWords clicks? What is your opinion about Savage Search for getting cheap AdWords clicks? I haven't used SavageSearch.com. I'm an 80-20% person, okay? And I go after things what generates me the most leads. And every time when I do that, I found out that Google AdWords still, Google Search still brings me the most calls and customers in. And eventually Facebook will work and everything else will work, but at the moment it's still google.com. Lynn, send me support ticket. I will see what I can do for you. If you bought the local lease domination, we can make a deal or whatever. I will see what I can do. I noticed in a very large area that mobile ads would change each time you refresh the page. Is it because the advertisement is freeze, allowing other ads to appear? Yes. So every time when you refresh, it means that what was shown on the screen was not attractive for the searcher. So Google shows some other things, okay? So that's, and then you have all kind of other statistics and things what plays, but Google wants that you click on an ad, and the ads will get the most clicks, get shown the most. I noticed in a very last, okay, Any other question? Because you guys asked a lot of good questions. So, who of you guys has a paying client? Can you type in a yes or no? One or more is a yes, and 0 is no. So I see a lot of yeses. I see a couple of no's and zeros. I see a lot of answers, but I like to see all of you guys typing in, so I know I'll have a good statistics how many clients you guys have and which training you need. So it is about 50-50 at the moment, but I not everybody have answered this question, so I really appreciate if you would type in a yes or a no or a 0, whatever you prefer. Come on, guys. So by now it's about 50% hasn't one or more client and 50% don't have. Okay. Would you be interested in a webinar how to prospect, how to get a paying client? Always, yes. Absolutely. So I will see what I can do with Fritz. Fritz has a lot of experience with getting new clients. I'm more in a position that they find me. So, and my time is limited. So prospecting webinar is always good, yes. Yeah, I can tell you once you have paying clients, it will change a lot. Could you show the order of come first, set up the website or so? It depends, Lynn. It depends on your strategy, how you prospect. You can also convert, you need a kind of a lead gen website. Doesn't need to be the client website, but a lead gen website. And we will cover that in another webinar. How you the only thing what you need to do, Lynn, whatever you do, then let me ask an open question to you, Lynn. How many times a day do you work on internet marketing? Good. Chuck had just a lead for the customer during this webinar call. Good, Chuck. Lynn, how many time a day do you spend on internet marketing? And every answer is good. I'm not saying 8 hours you need to do, or 6 hours, or 10 hours, or 12 hours. I'm just an open question. I want to use that example how you should use your time. So Mike, 6 hours, 8 hours per day right now, okay? Carry 4 to 6. I'm just starting this lead domination, but I can do 3 to 4 hours a day. 3 to 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 days a week, okay? So Lynn, let me answer this question, okay? 1/3 of your time you want to prospect. So if you do 3 hours a day, 1 hour a day, you want to call businesses, email businesses, speak with businesses, whatever you do, okay? Don't think I need to know this. I need to know how to set up a website. I need to know how to do AdWords. I need to know this, because you will get there when a client is paying you. You will go to my Facebook group. You will hook up with others to say, hey Jack, I got a client and I don't get the calls. My client get angry. How do I generate those calls? Okay, and my client is actually paying good. He paid me $60 per call, but I don't know how to fulfill. So do you understand that where I'm coming from? Once you can afford it to generate the leads, you will get there. And what most internet marketers do is, and I do too, is concentrate on the technical stuff. Okay, that is where we are good in. At least I am good in it. I'm not that good in prospecting. But who's paying you? That is the client. That's not the technical stuff. They don't need to see the final website. You don't need to show the final website before you convert. Hey, Lynn, you don't lose anything when you don't have a client. Okay? How do you say it? Prospecting is an art, okay? Prospecting is an art, and you need to learn that the same way how you set up a website, how you generate a lead. Prospecting is also an art, and prospecting is actually a little bit hard to outsource. So you want to master this, and you want to put your energy in it. And a good balance is 1/3 of your day. So if you have 3 hours per day, you want to commit 1 hour per day on prospecting. Does that make sense, Lynn? And if you say you cannot be accountable for results, but you can be accountable for your action. So with that, what I mean is, if you say, an hour I can call or write 10 emails per day, that is where you'll be accountable for, okay? It is a little bit hard to be accountable for to achieve results, but because you are taking action, you will have success and you will have failures, and from the failures you will learn to become successful. Somebody asked my Facebook group link. So let me type in this. Do you guys see my Facebook link in the inbox or in the chat box? Rob, did you get it? Okay, so that is my real experience, and I know I hear it from others too. Okay, by team up with somebody else, you feel more accountable, you feel more productive, you feel more engaged with getting results. Okay, I'm not saying that you should hang out in the skybox an hour per day. What I mean is you should try to find somebody who is knowledgeable and feel that you have a good relationship with it, to speak about your problems and give also feedback on their problems. Would you prospect even if your website is not quite finished? Yes. Do you think people over the phone of customers go to the website and check it out before they make a decision? No. Does it mean, and how much does it take to finish your website? A day, okay? When you have a WordPress team, you just fill out some basic information. You can buy a WordPress theme for $50 or less, and when you work a day on it, you have it finished. At least you have something. You put your name like nancyserum.com, and it is yours, okay? And you adding stuff as you go. You put a picture on it. You put short about us, all what you need. A phone number. This is enough, okay? Nothing fancy. I have a niche and have the clients to work in. should I just set up a tracking number and send some leads to potential clients? Richard, if you have clients, you want to use those clients for your testimonials, okay? You want to ask them a favor, okay? Without asking, you don't get those testimonials, okay? That is nature, okay? You just call them up and say, hey, would you like me to do me a favor? Send me about, about my service, and that's what I can use it for new clients. And if they like your service, they are willing to do it, because they feel it. If you ask them a favor, you will help them too when they need something, okay? And you have much more to offer than a client. And then once you get a testimonial, and then you can say, hey, would you mind that I use your name and your phone number for prospecting? I know, you don't get spam, but I really were looking for a couple of clients each month or each week, Would you mind to do that? And maybe you give them something in return, okay? I prospect mainly on that way. I use my current clients. If somebody's contact me and say, can you tell me about your service? And I said, bottom line, I help you to make money. But if you want to see how about my results, I will email you all my clients, and please feel free to call any of them. And then within a couple of days, they ask me, Jack, when can I start? It works all the time. And then the first thing I'm going to do is ask their credit card. Because if they want to start, I'm not going to talk around it, okay? I want to get paid too. I don't say, let's set up, and then once you set up, you can send me the credit card. No, I'm really direct, yes, of course I can send it. We set up this campaign, and you get paid. What is your credit card information? Just get it right away. And if they refuse it, then there's something not correct. So I don't want to make this a long webinar. We are now on 1 hour call, and if people watch the replay, not everybody is related to that. So what I prefer is that we have every Tuesday we have a webinar where you can put your question, and also I put in the link of the Facebook, and I will also put my support email if you have a private question. So you can use that. And I got so that is a private question. Can you resend the Facebook link? Okay. Let me do that. So let me close this call for the recording, and then I can still answer some questions, okay? So thank you everybody for watching this this webinar, and I appreciate that you either are live in the call or listen to the replay. And as always, I'm looking forward to your comments in the Facebook group, what you have learned or what you missed, about the new features. So that will help me to understand what I'm doing, and also appreciate all your feedback.